I want to give a quick announcement. This is the final episode for a while. This is still an ongoing book, and I wanted to say that this story is the last chapter until it continues. So, no worries, it will continue. But I do have to say, our next episode will be the series that you guys chose, which only has 7 episodes. So, yeah, for that. But hopefully, holy shit. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and see you guys all tomorrow. My. Now isn't that quite something? Doma excitedly whispered to himself as he slowly circled the Hashira. How he dilated in her raw strength and being able to hurt Akaza without the use of a Nichiren sword. Akaza narrowed his eyes. Doma, you have no business being here. Leave, he warned. After all, it had been an insult to him to protect assigned to him to protect the girl while the transformation was being placed. Oh, how rude, don't you think? The demon explained, suddenly hurt by Akaza's orders. Doma's lips pulled into a smile as he knelt down next to the Hashira, listening. He was delighted at the mere sound of the increased heart rate. His rainbow eyes stared down at the girl, following her collarbone, longingly to slowly cut deeply into her delicate throat, watching her bleed to death. No, he would much prefer her to keep her alive, to experience her strength, her power, her blood. So, inclusion in her being, he almost failed to notice the lower-ranking demon's skill behind him. Just as Akaza's hand aimed to remove Doma from the girl's reach by the neck, Doma turned his face around to him, his eyes consorting into pure evil. He grabbed the girl in his arm, and made a fair amount of distance between the two of them. Her head hung over his right forearm, the kimono draped over her side, slowly sliding off her shoulders, yet keeping her covered. Doma studied her smooth and penetrant shoulder. How'd he love to see it? Whoa there. How he'd love to see it being ripped apart. Not quite yet. I haven't hurt her, have I? He teased, making Doma's blood boil. His eyes traced Doma's long, sharp fingernails glide over her nose bridge. What delicate skin! I really see why Muzan has taken a liking to her, Doma exclaimed, in what could be described as jealousy. Oh, joyfulness. Doma, enough with your games. It has been assigned to me to watch after the girl, not you, Akaza said, exciting Doma to pen up rage, starting to visibly spill from within his lower-ranked opponent. Oh, all right. Besides, I've had my fun, but as soon as she doesn't become of any use anymore, I will be the one to fully consume her. Until then, I cannot wait, Doma sang in utter bliss. He could not wait to experience the flesh and blood of such an exquisite human being. Within seconds, Doma had let her down gently back to rest, Akaza rushing over to her. Doma, call him, Akaza told him, as he wanted Muzan to check on her and see if she was progressing as needed. Before Doma could speak, a voice was heard from the dim corner Akaza had sat in only hours before. Call me for what exactly? A shudder crawled down Akaza's spine. He instantly bowed and faced the corner to see his lord emerge from the darkness. Not a single emotion lay on his face. Suddenly, before Muzan has made his presence known, Doma had seemed to vanish into thin air. But really, he had already left before any confrontation was made. Muzan-sama, I have concerned about the progress she is making, as it has already been several hours and she hasn't seemed to improve at all, Akaza managed to say, making Muzan frown on his way to the girl, who still lay there where Doma had left her, awake and severely weak. This should have been finished within a few minutes, not several hours, he started, as he placed a cold palm onto her forehead, which was burning up. He moved on to placing 2 fingers beneath her jaw, feeling the already fast heart rate increase within his touch. Yin stared at his face. He was analyzing her as if she was his patient, suddenly receiving care. How ironic. What seems to be the matter now, He calmly asked her, placing his right hand on her cheek while staring into her eyes. He noticed the extreme reaction in her pupils and narrowed his eyes while in thought. He remained staring at the girl until he released. It seems your blood is rejecting mine, like oil and water refusing to mix. Muzan started, while he removed his hand from her flushed face. He stood up. When she shows any sign of being fully recovered, I am to be noticed, he ordered, making Akaza nod his head and increase the depth of his bow even more, before leaving the demon and Hashira once again. Time skip. It felt like countless days had been gone, yet the girl was unsure due to the lack of light, immersing her internal clock completely. Akaza had not once left her side, as instructed by Kibutsuji, and he had seemed to remain so enraged yet disdained. She wondered what went through his head. The angered and swollen black veins had subdued, but like lightning, her veins were still clearing visibly streaks over her pale skin, sensitive to the touch. The Hashira had countless fevers over the course of several days, even one showing concerned signs of a demon praetor, I think that's how I say it, probation, show up once again and place a cold and lifeless palm on her forehead, only to feel his frozen hand regain a sense of warmth he didn't yet feel in centuries. Several days have passed, or what she assumed to be. Her condition drastically improved. The unformality made Muzan extremely expressive. He wasn't upset at the fact that she was healing. That pleased him very much. What angered him was that her blood had failed to mix with his, and in turn making her a demon and being able to generate endless amounts of her blood.